Welcome. To Arcade Audio.
Germs, welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Johnny, we do, but first we got to talk about one thing.
What is it? Christmas in July?
It's Christmas in July. If by Christmas in July you mean we got another 5-star review.
Nice.
Which is so nice. And if you want to leave reviews for us on iTunes, you can do so by going to iTunes
and
finding us
for us.
I don't know. That's not, is it even iTunes anymore? Maybe like Apple Podcasts now?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Dude, it's all whacked.
But please do it. It helps us. It helps our egos. It helps our algorithms.
And most importantly, I think it's just fun because let me just read you this review. This review is maybe my favorite review we've gotten so far.
It's a very good review.
And we've got some good reviews.
Yes. The last one was fantastic.
The last one was very good.
This one might be better.
This one gives it a run for its money. And at the end of the year, obviously, we're going to have a contest and all the listeners get to pick their favorite review.
If I had to rate this review, I'd give it 5 stars.
That's meta. I love that. Okay. So this review is entitled Oklahoma. And it's given by Soonerman123. Okay.
Sooners that's an Oklahoma.
That's an Oklahoma thing. Oklahoma is they're the Sooners. Mm-hmm. The review is as follows. This is a review. This is a review of our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys were confused on the State Song by the Flaming Lips. They're from and live in Oklahoma City. They're very vocal citizens and very active citizens. Just some clarification.
5 stars.
5 stars. So what Soonerman123 has done is he specifically called out the Oklahoma episode as having one factual error.
But I got bad news for you, Sooner 123.
You got your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
So what we want from now on is, you go on iTunes and you'll see Dilettante Ball, for example, like 35-star ratings, right? Mm-hmm. But maybe only like 15 reviews.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to need from y'all from now on is anytime you review us,
you can give us as nice of a review as you want.
Right.
As long as it includes at least one fact check.
Yes. So we're gonna need some more fact check.
You got to keep us honest.
This is a give and take situation. Okay.
We've been given and you've been taken.
Yeah, exactly. And right now it's time for us to take some of your give. Okay. So the next person that reviews, make sure write whatever you want, but please make sure to be fact checking us. Okay.
Yeah. And we, I appreciate your fact checks on Twitter. Actually, this isn't a fact check, but someone made us a picture
they did
of a hammerhead horse, which we talked about in the very last episode.
It was the land shark. Yeah.
It's a very good picture. Do you have that name?
I'm gonna pull the name up right now.
Yeah.
It was Space Batman, which on Twitter is @and the meltdowns.
Yeah. So shout out to Space Batman because that is a very good picture.
Yeah, but then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, how's a shark breathing? Or does he use lungs, or does
gills?
But there's no gills on this horse, I don't think.
Well, let me see.
It's indeterminate. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it is. It's such a fucking funny picture. the hammerhead head is so big compared to the horse body.
Yeah, the head would be massive. It'd be okay, whatever. We'll check out that picture.
Yeah.
So that's all. That's all. Thanks for the review. Thanks for the pictures. Thanks for everything, y'all.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's see. Bookmarks. Testing out this new Wi-Fi. So excited. It's working.
That's all I want out of a Wi-Fi.
Ooh. Whoa. Okay. I feel like we've been on a little bit of a streak lately.
Yeah, for sure.
It's either shitty English stuff or dope music.
You definitely. I think that, those are the only 2 things we've been doing recently.
She-Wolf.
Okay.
Spanish. Loba is the 8th studio album by Colombian singer-songwriter Shakira.
Oh, okay.
It was released on 9 October 2009 by Epic Records and Sony Music Latin.
Man, 2009 was so long ago.
Right?
Isn't that weird?
It's crazy.
Was it Los Lobo Boys?
Los Lonely Boys. As executive producers, Shakira and Amanda Ghost, cool name, never heard of her, but that's the fucking best name. Enlisted collaborators including the Neptunes, very cool.
Are they
that's Pharrell.
Yeah, NERD, is that them or?
I think that's
somehow related to. Okay.
John Hill, Wyclef Jean, Lucas Burton, Future Cut, Jerry Duplessis, and Timbaland. Musically, the record shifts from her traditional Latin pop and pop rock musical styles, instead exploring electropop, with influences of folk and world music. The lyrical themes of the album mostly focus on love and relationships and were based on the conversations Shakira had with her friends. Let's just go...
They had me at first with like the musical influence and stylings, but I don't really think I dig the content there.
That's the content of like all music.
Wow. Yeah, I guess when you really break it down, it's like, yeah, the Beatles mostly focused on love. Yeah.
I want to get to the track listing. Oh, accolades. It was included in AllMusic's year-end favorite albums, favorite Latin albums, and favorite pop albums. So nothing big. That's a shame. Okay, track listing. She-Wolf. Naturally. Did It Again.
Oops.
No, she's
Did
not.
It Again. Parentheses.
Happy about it.
Did It Again. Yeah, I'm down. We done it again.
done it again. Nuts. Did it again.
Whoops. Here I go again.
Oh, brother. Oh, no, not again.
Not
But
again.
I did it.
Not again. Parentheses. Reprise. On the second disc.
It would be did it, and then in parentheses reprise. Long time. Why wait? Good stuff. Lots of
Good stuff.
Men in This Town.
Okay.
Gypsy. Does that?
I don't know, man.
Is there a meaning of that word that is not like
Is gypsy a bad word?
Yes.
I don't know.
I know that it can be used in a bad. What's the disparaging? It can be disparaging.
Sure.
But I don't know if
Right.
it always is.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
There's a play called Gypsy, and one of the robots on Mystery Science Theater is called Gypsy. Gypsy's a name, right?
Dude, I'm out of my depth.
Yeah, I don't know.
At a certain point, it's like I just can't comment.
Also, we've said it like 100 times, which is not great.
Can you please bleep out every time you said gypsy on this episode?
That's a lot of work, and feels like a joke, and it's not. It's not a joke, but it's just like.
But you would have to leave the first one like unbleeped, so you would know what we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
or the listener would have to go to the Shakira album and pull up the track listing and figure out.
How often do you think people actually pull up the articles?
I would hope every time they should be reading along with us. I felt bad. Someone tweeted us for this last episode. It was the K-pop episode.
Oh yeah, they're like, I'm so excited,
And then y'all talked about like the first sentence and never talked about it again.
I know. And I wonder if people, because I take my time and I not really, but I post up articles to sort of fact check us in hindsight.
Sure, in the show notes.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's.
Yeah, you post links and stuff to the things we mentioned.
Yeah, I don't know if
times.
anyone knows that or cares, but I'm gonna keep doing it. But
Yeah, we've done it since like literally episode 1.
yeah, it's there if you want to check out show notes.
So my supplemental
I
material,
provide
basically.
show notes. I provide links.
Yeah, anytime we talk about like a YouTube video or something like that, like you'll link to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I was saying. Doesn't matter. Next up, Spy. Mon Amour. Lo hecho está hecho. What is done is done.
Okay.
Años luz. Light years. Loba. She-Wolf.
Got that one on lock.
Mon Amour is my love. We didn't say that. Whoa, we got some bonus tracks. She-Wolf, standard edition, Japanese bonus track. She-Wolf.
How come it seems like Japanese always get bonus tracks?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Got to get those bootlegs. She-Wolf Middle East edition bonus tracks. She-Wolf. Oh, just a bunch of She-Wolf remixes.
Okay.
Jordanian bonus tracks. A She-Wolf remix. Give It Up to Me featuring Lil Wayne and Good Stuff. Hayati with Omri remix.
What do you think makes people think like
This is
only
people
gonna
in
be for
Jordan
Jordan.
will like this.
Yeah, like Lil
people
Wayne.
in Japan will like this.
Yeah.
I
People
have
in
no
Jordan
idea.
love Lil Wayne.
The U.S. edition.
You know in Japan, the band dang it, who's
Jesse and the Rippers.
No, what is that? Oh, I mean, I know who it is, but
That's the.
are they big in Japan?
Yeah.
No, the guys they sing like "Mommy's All Right,
Daddy's All Right.
Who is that? Surrender. Yeah. Anyway,
Surrender. Who the fuck is that?
Whatever happened is whatever happened.
Fuck. I will never know.
Anyway, they're like the Japanese Beatles. They're
Weird.
huge in Japan.
It's so funny how that happens.
Yeah, they're like their big album is Live from Budokan, which is like a concert in Japan. Like
That's so weird.
yeah,
What-
just everyone like go like literally like women like screaming like it was the Beatles.
What
like,
did we like miss? You know, like what did
right? Like what are they seeing that we're just not picking
Yeah.
up on? Yeah, I don't know. It could just be like a charisma or like a stage presence sort of a thing, or it can't just be that. It must be something else because not everybody had seen them live.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting how certain
Especially
things
because
like
presumably they're singing in English.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Not that there isn't crossover, but I feel like you would tend to gravitate towards music in your
in your own language.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because music's hard to understand. Like you know, I speak a little French.
Mm-hmm.
French music's hard to understand.
Really, yeah.
I mean, because you know, when you sing, you're not putting the same emphasis on a word that you normally would if you're
Sure,
speaking, and you know, you take a lot of like liberties with sentence structure and stuff like that,
Definitely.
just to make things fit. So it's like it's hard to follow.
It's interesting. Yeah, so it's a little more like a poem, maybe.
Well, I mean, that's what music is
Yeah.
poems with music.
But if you were reading a poem in French, you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna really
A poem
focus
in
on
France. You know, I'm sure I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but I was just talking with Jessica the other day about Jabberwocky,
Sure.
which is the
Lemony Snicket.
yeah,
It's the poem from Through the Looking Glass.
and what Alice found there.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a poem of mostly nonsense words, but they have to, in translation, people will translate it and make nonsense words in whatever the
that evoke
trans-
the same style of wow.
It's
Yeah,
really
the Vorpal
cool.
Boy went Snicker Snack. Like that somehow makes sense. In
Yeah,
English.
totally. So like, I read the French one and it's so cool because it's like these
wow.
words don't mean anything, but they evoke the same feelings
Sure.
that the fake English words do.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So that we were talking about this the other day. That's the difference between translation and like localization.
Yes.
It's like you can read some crappy Harry Potter translation where it's like, well, this isn't really the spirit of things, but like, yeah, it makes such a huge difference.
Yeah. It's. I mean, you should look up like the Spanish version, or I don't know if you know
Not
Japanese
even
well
close
enough to like.
no.
No.
I could read it. That's the best I could do.
How would you would a fake Japanese word just be like the syllables?
Yeah, I don't know that you can necessarily create a fake kanji word or whatever. So yeah, I guess you would just use hiragana if you were trying to act like it was a real Japanese word. But they also have katakana, which is a specific, alphabet or whatever for non-Japanese words, and also robots. Anytime a robot talks, they speak in katakana.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
so
why.
funny and weird.
Yeah, so if you're reading like a comic with like a robot as a character, he'd speak in katakana, even if it was a Japanese robot.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
And you don't know why.
I don't know. I don't know enough to. No.
That's
I suppose just because it's like artificial, or it's not Japanese. I guess
that's such a like cool little thing.
right. Yeah,
That's very fun.
yeah. Like there's nothing. Yeah, like yeah. American English doesn't do anything like that. I mean, there might be things that we don't realize that we do that are
Sure.
fun, but that's not.
I
One
don't
of them.
think so.
Yeah, it's pretty dull.
There's like I'm sure I've mentioned this before too, but there's like a specific tense in French that is only literary. So like
That's wild.
they didn't even teach it in school. And it's just like if you read you can like read a book and see the word and know what it is, but you don't really need to learn how to do it because it's just in like books.
Now, is that something that like just dropped out of common usage, or has it always been a literary?
That I
tense?
don't know.
Okay,
And
and it's like current. Like if you read a book right now, they might use that tense.
Yeah.
Now, if you translated a book like a Harry Potter, would certain? Oh wow, really?
That's just like the way books are written.
Okay.
Is in this literary tense,
That's
which I
very
don't even
interesting.
remember the name of it.
Yeah, sure. Weird. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you hear things like that, and those seem complicated, but then everyone says,
English is stupid hard.
yeah, which is
We just lucked out and learned
we
it
looked
first.
huge. Yeah, it looked out huge, right? I don't even know what the weird picadillos are that
Every single thing.
I'm sure. Yeah, everything has like exceptions, and yeah.
Yeah.
Although I was reading something in like British vernacular, like some subsection of British English today, and I couldn't understand like half of it just because they're using these weird slang words or whatever.
Oh, that's.
I'm sure we have just as many slang words.
Was it like what was it like?
It was like someone asking like, what the hell does cheeky Nando's even mean? And someone was like, oh, well, it's, and then their explanation was purposely obtuse.
That's awesome. When you're out with the lads.
Literally, yeah. And it said whiff, like WIF, yeah.
Ugh. I love that. I love that. Like, I don't know. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's very funny, yeah. Like anytime like I read like I go off on like a Scottish Twitter tangent, and they somehow type their like instead of saying like didn't, they would type in like dinne, like DINNAE.
Oh God.
Yeah, like yeah. So
That's
you
so
have
funny.
to you have to concentrate on.
You have to read it in the accent.
Yeah, you have to read it in the accent.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things about Harry Potter is that whenever she writes Hagrid, you can't help but read it the way Hagrid sounds.
Yeah, I forgot that she does that.
It's very fun.
I haven't read it in a long time.
You should reread it.
I will.
It's a treat.
Well, I told you I'm at a certain point. I think it's still too early to do this, but I'm going to buy the Japanese version, and hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully they didn't change any of the plot points. Like,
Do you think like
I just really want to know what Voldemort's name is in Japanese.
could you even how would you say I am Lord Voldemort in Japanese?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know.
Are you sure that you're even learning this language?
It would.
I am Lord Voldemort is not one of the first things you
If
learn.
Voldemort was his name, it would be. Well, I don't know how to say Lord, but it
Sure.
would be Voldemort Desu.
Doesn't give you a lot of
doesn't.
letters for an
Yeah, it really
anagram there.
Yeah, and the tricky thing is they are not rearranging letters; they're rearranging syllables in Japanese.
Oh, that's true.
So that's going to add a different little layer to it too.
Well, when you know Japanese and you read the book,
I'll get back to you.
get back to me.
Yeah, I will.
All right. It's my. Did you get that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
We're good.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.